I'm Renee Martin, and this is Channel 2 News. In international news, there is now a crisis in Nigeria. Many people are not considering this to be a crisis, but almost 300 Nigerian girls were kidnapped from their dormitory in the middle of the night on April 15th. According to CNN, a group of terrorists stormed their boarding school in the middle of the night and herded the girls into vans. The group is called Boko Haram, which is translated into Western education is a sin. The terrorists taunted Nigeria on camera, saying that they will sell the girls into the human trafficking business and that Allah commanded them that they must kidnap the girls. Their goal is to stop them from receiving an education. They are trying to impose Taliban-style rule on Nigeria, including opposing the education of women. There has been little to no response from Nigeria, although their girls continue to be kidnapped in their villages. Their families of the girls are afraid of speaking out and fear that their daughters will be hurt in retaliation of it. Channel 2 News has an update on the criminal David Taylor's trial and sentencing. We now have more reports on his accomplices. Taylor's girlfriend, Rethan Breckenridge, testified that she was the getaway driver for Taylor's 2011 bank robbery. She kept the money from the heist and bought Christmas presents for her children. She says that David Taylor threatened to kill her and her children if she told the authorities about his crimes. She reveals that his plan was to steal someone's car to use it as a getaway vehicle for his latest robbery. They then murdered Gutierrez, whose car it was. Breckenridge admits that she was involved in planning the crime. Taylor's other two accomplices are getting a trial, and one is testifying against Taylor in court. Channel 2 News will have details as they unfold. And now let's go to our sports anchors for your latest sports news.
Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Alex, and we have your sports news for you today.
We have your daily board report for you today. Updates on North Eugene skateboarders, why they skate, their opinion on the new skate park, and why they feel that they have the need to go skate.
Let's go to the interviews on the North Eugene responses of the new constructed skate park. So, how has the skate park affected you?
It's improved my skating skills a lot. It's also it's affected me by meeting new friends, meeting up with old friends that I haven't seen in a while. Pretty much just hanging out with my old friends and skating straight in the park. And like I said, improving my skills.
Nice, dude. So, being that we're in Eugene and we have like the biggest covered skate park, how does that make you feel as a skater?
That makes me feel just that much better. It makes me feel like we could have like famous skaters come to our skate park. Like our skate park's gonna be known. We're gonna be known around the United States because of having the largest covered lift skate park in the United States.
Yeah. It's a great feeling actually. We get to go out there every day and we can skate anytime. We can skate day or night, and it's just so beautiful to go out there and see everybody skate and everybody always having a good time. Plus, don't we have one of the biggest skate parks in Oregon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been great.
It really hasn't affected me. I mean, like, they could have done better. Like, right now they're actually not finished with it. They're actually closing the park in May this month right now. And they're stretching out, like, the back part of it, taking out the basketball courts and everything. But since Eugene has really crappy weather, it's kind of good that we actually have a skate park that we can go to and not get rained on. But there's also some flaws to it because in Eugene, the rain isn't straight down, kind of like gets windy and it goes into the park. And that's the only flaw about that park. Is that it's undercover, but it's not all the way undercover.
Makes me feel more determined, that's for sure. We had an undercover skate park here a couple of years ago, but they took it out. So now that they got this undercover skate park in here, it's just kind of perfect. Get more skating.
I think it's pretty awesome that we can just have that spot to go after school and thrash and chill there and skate as hard as we can every single day. And it's really awesome that we have a covered park here because it rains too much.
That's all for the board report today. Now let's go to tech news.
SpaceX, founded in 2002 by Elon Musk, is a company devoted to designing reusable rockets and other spacefaring vehicles. Musk has stated that a primary goal of SpaceX is to get manned and unmanned missions to Mars. On May 1st, SpaceX successfully launched the Falcon 9R rocket to a maximum height of 1 kilometer, or about 3,300 feet. This is a step forward for the company, as the Falcon 9R is a partially reusable variant of the standard Falcon 9, which was used to resupply the International Space Station back in March of 2012. The FCC has proposed new rules to allow content providers to pay internet service providers for access to faster internet speeds, or so they say. I'm guessing you're watching this video over the internet. Let's say Google, who owns YouTube, decides not to pay your internet service provider for access to faster speeds. This video that you're watching might not load fast enough for you to watch it without having to wait for it to buffer. This is because internet service providers aren't actually speeding up paying services, they're making non-paying services slower, which makes the other ones seem faster. Several petitions have emerged online to protest these changes. To get your hands on Google Glass, you have to pay a hefty $1,500. But how much do the components actually cost? Teardown.com did an estimate, taking glass down to the circuit level, and estimated that all of the components cost just $80 together. A Google spokesman said that this estimate is absolutely wrong, but declined to comment further. So what does this mean for consumers? Well, the cost of components is not the whole story. There were many talented people who were paid to work on these devices, all the way from research and development up through construction. And manufacturing, unlike most technology companies, is happening in California. Google has stated that they would like to lower the cost of glass before public release, and with a cost of just $80, that's well within reason. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining the Channel 2 News team.